Welcome back everyone to another episode of Whiteboard Sessions with Clash. Very excited tonight because, as promised, we're going to be going over probably the most misunderstood person in the game, Childish Landino. And we're going to do a couple things I think most people won't expect. We're going to, of course, do the basics. We're going to talk about his kit, some of the things you might not know about it. We're going to go over his Zeta because that's definitely misunderstood and qualify. I don't have it yet, but I'm definitely getting it. Third thing, of course, is how the heck can we use him against Revan? And I promise you, we can. So, getting into the basics. His primary is very useful. Most people look at it and they think, okay, well, maybe it does good damage, but I don't really understand where I'd use it. It does 25% more damage per prepared ally, as well as the enemies can't really do anything while he's doing it. They can't gain a buff, they can't get a counter, they can't gain any extra turn meter. A lot of characters that do those types of things, especially if you're going against a GK or you're going against Night Sisters, it just really kind of shuts them down. Now the specials. First one is Hot Hand, another misunderstood aspect of this kit. It's got a 14 turn cooldown, so a lot of people look at it and think, okay, great, 14 turns for an ability block, no thanks. But if you're using it in PvE, especially in something where there's maybe TB, where there's a lot of counters going on, or there's a lot of other things going on, it's really helpful because anytime they do anything, whether it's counter, assist, do something else, it lowers the cooldown. So you can quickly see how in short order it goes from 14 back to 0, and all of a sudden you're doing great damage and blocking their next ability. The most important special is, of course, Dealer's Choice. This thing is awesome. Target other ally gets stealth. They also get potency up. That's great by itself. However, if he is prepared, he then, of course, gives that character prepared, which is nice, and I think you saw in the last video how that can be useful with L3 giving her taunt. But it also gives all other prepared allies speed up. And of course, it is something that is utilized in a way that I think we're going to see really quickly why it's important for the anti-Revan meta. This is just a video showing how taunt is, of course, being used with L3. Having a -1 cooldown, if he is prepared, is nice also. It basically turns it to a turn and a half from 3 because it's giving him 50% bonus turn meter as well whenever he does it, so that's great. Alright, looking at the Zeta on his unique. A lot of good stuff. Again, incredible damage output, 15% crit chance, 15% critical damage, stacking with Kira's unique if you've got that, and then double that if he's prepared. Second thing is how he gets prepared. He has a 40% chance to get it on his turn, but then he's also got a 50% chance to become prepared when another enemy gets debuffed, which is really important because he can basically control the flow of the game on offense and get prepared to whoever he needs. So that's where we're getting into the most important part of this video, is how the heck do you use him. Now, a couple of months ago, you all might remember I posted a video called Jedi Whack-A-Mole, in which we used the Kira Nest combo to basically two-man Revan, and it quickly picked up a lot of steam, several thousand views, and then it got back, of course, to CG, and they immediately nerfed Nest, which sucked. But we're going to use Landino. We're going to bring him to this party because he's going to do something that gives us what the scoundrels need to not get completely master-stroked by Revan and the current meta. So, first things first, let's talk about that special Dealer's Choice. Right here, now he has turn. He's going to give that directly to Vandor Chewie. Even though he's not prepared, I don't care. It gives him a buff, it gets him stealthed, and then now I can rest a little bit easier knowing that he can potentially revive whoever I need him to. I'm speeding this way up because, honestly, once that happens, the first 2.5 to 3 minutes are just building up and building up and building up the attack power for Nest. Another qualifier for this is that these are maxed out. I mean, I am only missing a couple of pieces on Lando. I'm only missing a couple of things on a couple of you know, 6 E mods. And there also is some RNG to this. If you're not going to outspeed Revan, it's just not going to happen. And if Revan decides to target Landino first, pretty much game over. It's not going to happen. If he targets Kira, it can still work because really her leadership is what is most important here. But usually what Revan has done, and I filmed this, you know, gosh, probably 30 times over the last day or so, he usually goes for Revan or he goes for L3, which is, both of them can take that sort of initial wave. Now, we're getting into the final 30 seconds here, which this should start looking very similar to the Kira and the old Kira meta with Nest. And as you can see, the reason that this has worked so well is that they can't really do anything against a stealth VC. He just sits over there and he keeps reviving every time he needs to. And fortunately, you know, they kill the characters that get marked fast enough that it doesn't really matter. Now, of course, I'm going to ruin the surprise ending here. I don't, in fact, end up winning this match. Bummer, I know. But I definitely put a serious dent in, again, what is a almost unstoppable meta right now. Alright, so again, thanks for watching. I hope you learned a couple of things about Landino. Please hit the like and subscribe button. That definitely helps. We've got a lot more cool stuff coming. And join the Scoundrel Discord server. It's in the notes. Thanks so much.